Good morning. So I'm lying in my very wet tent in all of my clothes inside my sleeping bag that is quickly losing its warmth because all the down is getting damp, and I think that's mostly because I screwed up, and when I was getting in my bag last night, I put on all of my down clothes and all of my layers because I was cold, and then I tried to make dinner, but my lighter won't work because it got wet, and I know it's not broken, it just needs to dry out, but I really needed some hot water to kind of get inside me and warm me up, and I couldn't get that. So I fell asleep with all of my clothes on. Over the last few months of researching that when you sleep at night, in order to keep the condensation from collecting on your down bag, you should try to sleep with as little clothing on as possible and let the down do the work. And it had been working really great up until last night when I slept with all my clothes on. It was the one night that I really needed the bag to work its best. So I'm a little chilly this morning, and guess what? My lighter still won't work. So fortunately, it's only 3 miles down to town. Unfortunately, the lady at the place where I'm staying, it can't pick me up until 10 o'clock. And there's just one small store there at the marina, and hopefully they're going to let me stay inside, and hopefully it has heat, because it's like 31 degrees out right now. Oh, the joys of hiking on the AT. So in case any of you were concerned that I didn't have enough warm clothing, just want to share that this is my jacket. It is a Montbell Plasma 1000 down jacket. And I also have down booties and down pants, also made by Montbell. I'm not sure who made the booties. I've had them for a while. So even though my quilt wasn't acting with its optimal ability, I was still fairly warm because I had this extra layer of down. Getting my shoes on to head out of camp, and it's snowing. Wet shoes going on wet socks going on wet feet. Snowstorm's over, and we're on our way down to Fontana. More signs of spring. I was noticing this yesterday, but I didn't have the opportunity to stop and film. I haven't been seeing these guys until yesterday. Little pine trees. And there's more here, another one here. And they're all just kind of starting to grow into the landscape. Didn't see these in Georgia. looking for some coffee while I wait for Nancy to come pick me up. I have about 45 minutes. I don't think I want a popsicle today. Hey everyone, this is Nancy from the Hike In.
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Nancy. I'm so happy to see you. She just came to pick me up at the trail. I'll be staying with her at the Hike In for a couple days while the weather warms up, and then we'll be heading into the Smokies from there. And the weather's not the only excuse. I need a little break too.
That he does.
So this is where I'm staying tonight, and I am also taking a 0 here tomorrow, and probably going to take one extra day after that just to let some colder weather move out. But let me show you around the place. Let's start off by showing that these trees are showing spring is coming. It's almost here. So this is the Hike In. Nancy is the owner. I'm staying in unit number 6 right down there. We'll go inside in a minute. And she has a few other motels. It's basically a motel, so although it's a hostel, each room is private with its own private bathroom. And right now her boyfriend is out of town, so it's just her. So she's limiting the number of people that can stay here until he comes back. And then this is the main building down over here. They've really done a nice job with this place. You can tell they care about it. The room inside is really nice. And this is just such a nice little outdoor area. It's still cold today, so hopefully tomorrow or the next day I'll be able to enjoy out here a little bit. She's got some plants going on and just a nice, comfortable outdoor area. All right, let's go look at the room I'm staying in. Not to mention, there's also a clothesline here, so I was able to dry out everything and get all the grit and grime and dead leaves off of my tent. Dry it all nice and good. There was sun a little bit today, but mostly it just needed some air, and the fabric these tents are made of dry out pretty quickly. Clothespins and all. And before I forget, she also has a oh, I can't remember the type of sink it is now, but it's a sink that you can just clean all the junk off of everything. So my tent stakes were what was making my hands absolutely filthy, so I was able to clean those off. And I also was able to just clean off my shoes, get them all gunk free. All right, and now we will go into my room. Okay, this is my room. It's simple but very clean and has everything that a hiker could need. I've got a nice heater going right now, drying off my insoles. There's a TV. There's great Wi-Fi. It has its own, whatever you call those things, can't remember, modem, router, bed. Nancy also dried my sleeping bag in her dryer. Got laundry done. More stuff drying over here. There's coffee, tea, and racks to hang everything up on. And then a very cute little bathroom that does everything it needs to do. And also a drying rack for your shoes. This is just gold. So yeah, nice place. I think I'm gonna have a nice couple of days here. Catch this, but that's snow up on the mountains we just came down. Just thought to share real quick. We're going into Robbinsville from the Hike In, and this is Stokoa Gap. Do you remember? I took a picture of this up here. This is what it looks like when there's no fog. Suggested that we come here for dinner, and I just met the 2 other hikers that are staying with her. They happen to be from Leominster, Mass, and Ayr, Mass. All right, let's go eat. So wrapping up day 15 here. A lot different
looks now than this morning. I spent most of the day today doing all of my chores. Nancy came and took my laundry right away, so that kind of just spurred getting everything done. I also wanted to capitalize on the fact that it was not raining and the sun was about to come out. So she has the clothesline here, so I hung up the tent and my poncho and some little bags that I had. Got them all dried out, nice and clean. They're free of debris and everything's dry. Got my sleeping bag back to full loft life, and just picked up my box on the way here from Fontana. Went through that, got all my food ready to go for the next section, put some things in the hiker box, and I also got 2 new lighters. I thought that they were the push ignite lighters. Unfortunately, when I took a closer look at them, they're the same lighters as before. Still got the spin wheel, but it is much easier to use. I was pretty much wearing my thumb raw trying to get that other lighter to work, and of course it did work when I tested it in the motel earlier today. So talked to family on the phone, did FaceTime. What else did I get done today? We went out to dinner and I met 2 other hikers. I think I mentioned earlier. One's name is Hot Legs, and the other one still has his real name, and I cannot remember what it is right now. But they're from Leominster, Massachusetts, and Ayer, Massachusetts. They are hammock campers, so we talked about hammocking a while, and Nancy joined us for dinner, and they're heading into the Smokies tomorrow. They're pushing through in 5 days without a resupply. I'm actually going to try and do a resupply at Newfound Gap, and it's a little dicey because if the road closes, then I would have to walk down the road to get my resupply, but I also don't have to carry as much weight. So that's a point in my favor, I think, and I'm not in a hurry, so I'm happy to take the time to go down and resupply. But I think that's about it to wrap up today. Definitely zeroing today. Still not sure if I'm going to stay a 3rd day or not. I'll be working on that next, trying to figure out the weather and come up with a plan for the next section. But overall, everything is feeling good. I do think I need a rest day tomorrow just to get everything super primed up. But I'm not sure about needing an additional day. But again, like I just said, I'm not in a hurry, so I may consider it. Okay, I think I will leave it here and pick back up tomorrow. Have a good night, everyone.